Okay guys, welcome back. Today's video we have something very special. This is another hobby shop haul. If you've seen my last one, you saw I got some N-scale stuff last time I was at my hobby shop, along with an O-scale box cart. But this time, this is something very special, and it's not, it's not because of what I got that's special. It's what it means to me that's special. So if you look around, we see there's some track pieces. There's a caboose, and then we have a 2.8 Consolidation steam engine. And this is what's special to me, because it's a nice locomotive and all, but this is going to be my first scale locomotive. And this one has TMCC, and I am really excited about it. This is going to be something that I'm gonna never sell, because not because what I think about the locomotive, but because it's my first scale locomotive, and that really means something to me. So I'm really excited about it. So we'll get to that last, but first let's talk about this other stuff. So what we have is these 4 pieces of tubular track, 2 transition pieces for fast track to tubular track, and then this used O-scale MTH Union Pacific caboose. So this track I got here, both the track things, are going to be used for my yard. So if we go over and look at my yard, now my basement is a mess right now because I'm changing the layout. This is going to be my yard area, and I need tubular track instead of fast track because it's easier for me to wire the tubular track with connectors with the lock-on clips than to wire fast track. That's why I use both fast track and tubular track. I use fast track for curves and switches, and tubular track for straights and also curves. So I'm going to come back to you guys once I set this up, and then we'll be able to look at my caboose and start running my consolidation. Okay, I've been playing around with it, and I think this is the final product for my little yard area. I don't have end bumpers for tubular track. I'll get some eventually if I stick with this plan here. But I like the way it came out. I got the one piece here, then I got one piece here, then I put my mill over there that I gotta wire up with a track, uncoupling track, and then I put another one here for the spur, and then I put one over here. So now that I got this out of the way, I'm gonna start we're going to go look at the rest of the stuff. I got the caboose, so we'll start with that. Okay, on to the next thing. This is a used MTH Union Pacific caboose. I got this for $20. So let's open this thing up. Now, the reason this is cheap is because there's paint damage on it, which is something I can touch up. The issue is the lettering. It's a little messed up here. I'm trying to position the camera here. Which I'm not too worried about. I might just repaint the whole thing. But here it is. This is, as you can see, this is the most major paint spot that's messed up. It has a bunch of scuffs on it. And the chimney on the roof is kind of messed up. It's on an angle. I'm sure I can fix that. But other than that, it's really good. The walkway here is a little, messed up with the paint there as well. This side isn't nearly as bad. I'm sure I can take a washcloth, wipe most of this off. And then this is what screwed up a lot of this. Is someone put a figure here. It looks okay, the figure itself, but beneath it, the paint is so screwed up, and the edge here is all messed up, which is not, it is what it is. I'm sure I can fix it up in my spare time. If I ever need something to do, this is something I can definitely work on. I'm not sure if the light in it works, but we'll see. And then another thing with this is, this one rear coupler is, it's gonna be hard to see, but it's not spring loaded to go back. Or this one is to go to the regular position. I don't know. It looks like it's missing whatever pushes it back, but it's not a big deal. So I'm gonna go set up on the track, and we'll see if it lights up. Okay, so I put the caboose on the track, and as you can see, it does light up a little bit. When it's in motion, it kind of flickers a bit. It's kind of hard to see with the lights on. When I run it, I'll do a couple shots with the lights off so we can see how well it really is. But yeah, not too bad. And I took a damp washcloth and I got a lot of the bigger marks off, and then there are some left, but I mean, I'm not really that concerned about it. It was just kind of a quick fix. And I should mention, this is a scale caboose, and this is behind all my other scale cars. I got a box car, covered grain hopper, and a auto rack. And then I got this Chicago Northwestern caboose and this Pennsylvania one right here. Those are all my scale cars. Now when I'm running all this stuff behind a steam locomotive, that obviously is very prototypical, but it's what I have, so I'll run that. Eventually I'll get some more prototypical rolling stock for it. I should mention all the scale cars I have, those are all MTH and Rail King. So yeah, now that we've got this all done, let's go on to the big thing, the Consolidation steam locomotive. Alright, I got my camera set up on a very makeshift setup. I'm going to open this up here and we'll take a look at what we got. So it comes in a square box, and actually let's go over some of the things in the box first. I paid $200 for it, as you can see here. And some of the features, it's kind of dark. I don't know if you can see them. I'll read them to you. It's Union Pacific 280 Consolidation, and it says command. Obviously, it says command and control. Directional lighting, command equipped, rail sounds and crew talk, tower comm, electro coupler on the tender. I think it says Dynachuff, DYNAchuff. Not sure what that is, and it's die cast, tender, and body and trucks, and then again it says Consolidation 280. I'm not sure what the going rate for this is. It's a TMCC engine, which can sometimes fetch high prices, or they can be pretty low. I mean, my 686 turbine Lionel Century Club that has TMCC, I paid $200 for that, and my K-Line RS3 Southern Pacific diesel engine, I paid $250, or it was $250 or $225 for. And a lot of my hobby shop has a pretty good surplus of TMCC steam locomotives that are anywhere from $200 to thousands of dollars. But I ended up getting this one just because I liked it so much. The style. I have a book, a Lionel Trains book. I don't know what I don't know where it is right now, but it has this locomotive in it. I don't know if it's a TMCC version, but it's I distinctly remember it as being my favorite train in the book. It was just so eye-catching with the tender, and I really liked it. Alright, so we'll get into the engine here first. I believe this is the engine. Yes. Let me just make sure my camera's set up good. Alright. So I'll pull it out by the blue straps. Okay. Set the styrofoam inserts off to the side. They package these things pretty good, with the styrofoam and then the straps, and then you got your wrapping on the inside, the plastic wrap and the cloth. It's pretty good. I'm gonna wrap this. It's kind of like a tissue paper. It's almost like a I can't describe it. And here we go, the engine itself. I'm going to actually set it on this because I don't want grease on my carpet. Do a front shot like that, or a side shot rather. Here, it's not really on the camera. Number 324. It's got two figures in the cab. It's got a, I don't know if the, oh gosh, I'm blanking on the name. The firebox, I'm not sure if that has a light in it. If it did, that would be amazing. considering I paid $200 for a almost new condition engine. It's really shiny. I'm really happy with this. It's got a bell that's separately applied, and it moves freely. Pretty cool. Sorry, someone just rang my doorbell. In the front, this looks like, I'm not sure if this opens, the boiler end. I'm not sure if that opens. It's definitely separately applied. I'm not going to force it. And then it's got a dummy coupler in the front that actually moves. It's got the drawbar, I want to say. I'm blanking on these names hard. But that moves, which is really cool. And we'll do this side. This is really cool. It's my first scale engine, like I said. I'm really excited. It just looks so beautiful. I can't see a single scratch on it. The tender, though, I've looked at it, and I gotta say it's not in the greatest shape. I mean, it's in good shape, but I mean, it's just got some stuff on it that's imperfect. But yeah, it's really great. I'm talking more about the features once I get to know this thing better. Once I put on the track, I'll talk more about it. So let's get to the tender now. If we go over here, open this sucker up. I'm gonna set you guys down for a moment. That off to the side. Again, the tender's got basically the same finish as the locomotive. It's this really shiny black, and I really like it. Let me see here. I'll pull this out, and I'll show you guys tender. And when I say the tender isn't perfect, what I mean is I say this isn't like new condition, but it's got a couple imperfections on it. But I mean it's really nice. Okay. I'm curious actually to what year this locomotive was made. This is one of the things I was talking about. Like this became disconnected here. This is probably a simple fix, so just glue, just one of those things from handling it with all these separately applied details. This is why I don't buy brand new legacy locomotives, because I break something, I never get over it. Whereas I buy this used and it's got something messed up, it is what it is. And if I fix it, then good. It says Lionel LLC, Chesterfield, MI, and the serial number, I think that is. This has a remote coupler. The guy at the hobby shop was trying to do it and it wasn't firing. I'm not sure what the deal with it is. Both my other TMCC engines have issues firing the couplers. I'm not sure what that's all about, but maybe I'm just getting a batch of bad couplers. And then this has got, again, that same coupler attachment thing here. I forget the name. Drawbar? I'm blanking. That's separately applied. It's really nice too. So I'm gonna glue that grab iron back on, and we're gonna go set this thing up on the track. Now let's talk about some of the details of the locomotive. Up front, we got the dummy coupler with the plow underneath it. Little thing for the coupler here. I forget what it's called. I think it's a drawbar, something like that. I gotta brush up and memorize the names of stuff. I'm blanking on the name right now. Got a headlight with the two little green lanterns, I guess, on the top there. Smokestack, an unlighted numberboards on both sides. Some grab irons along the locomotive. Up top, one of the boiler caps, I believe it's called, has a 324 on it as well. We got a little bell here, separately applied, that moves side to side. A little whistle on the back. Some nice rivet detail on top. of the back of the cab. Down by the wheels, we can see it's a 280 configuration. Some nice detail down there, more rivets and stuff. Looks pretty good. We got 324 there with the two figures in the cab of the locomotive. And if we come down on this side, we can see that it's got a lit firebox, which is pretty cool. The tender has also got more rivet detail on top and along the sides here. Looks pretty good. Some grab irons here. The gap between the tender and the locomotive isn't too shabby. And on the back here, there's a directional headlight along with UP 324, which is the same road number as the locomotive. On top here, we have this metal thing that can be removed, cover, and inside I would assume that would be access for the soundboard and such. And back here, these also flip up to adjust the volume of the sounds and if you want to use signal sounds or rail sounds. I also glued that grab iron back here. Looks good. So now that we've pretty much gone over all that, let's run this thing. Okay, I got the engine set up on the track. Let's get it going here. Thanks for watching.